Hi, Elle Ingalls here at elleingles.com, and I'm continuing a series on breaking down the stress response, breaking down what emotions we feel and why we feel them. So you have a really great idea about how your body's really working and what's really happening here. So yesterday in part one, I talked about the emotions that can cause us to trigger fight or flight and then move us into those B behaviors. So the A's, angry, anxious, annoyed, ashamed, afraid. Anything that's going to make you feel one of those emotions can then cause you to release the stress hormones, and then you move into the B behaviors. Bitchy, bossy, you bully people. You don't even mean to. I have. And then feeling broken down, playing the blame game, blaming others, shaming yourself. So those B behaviors. So the emotions that my clients, especially my early clients in the first few years, when I surveyed them and I say, okay, so what do you feel now? You didn't want to feel angry, anxious, annoyed, ashamed anymore. So what do you start to feel when you use the pressure-free method? And here were their answers. People are starting to feel calm, confident, courageous, like they can do things they never dreamed possible because they finally can use their brain because it has focus. So the C's and then the E's. Words like, I feel energized, I feel exhilarated, I feel empowered, I feel enlightened, I feel like I can really do this. So calm and exhilarated, those are two that I really focus in on. Feeling calm and exhilarated at the same time. So it sounds a little like an oxymoron, like how can you be calm but energized and exhilarated at the same time? But that's what pressure-free does, because you're tuning into ideal brain waves. That's what's really starting to happen with pressure-free. So, so how do we get there? How do we feel those kinds of emotions? I want to share today how your biology is informing your psychology, especially if you are suffering from anxiety or know someone who is. Like, they'll say to you, I can't get out of this. You know, I can't turn this around. Depression can feel like that, like you just can't get out of it. And what's fascinating is that is exactly what the stress hormones want you to feel. They want you to stay in that state so that you will protect yourself from a true attack. However, we're not under attack. Most of us, anyway, are not under attack in the 21st century. So we're treating little things as triggers. Travel, sounds, the tone of people's voices, our workplace, commuting. In fact, if you commute more than 15 minutes, you've probably triggered the stress response, just trying to get to school or work every day. So all these little things are causing us to trigger. And the moment we trigger our emotional state, we no longer have control over how we feel about it. It's being dictated by our biology. A chemical called dopamine, it's a neurotransmitter that allows this cortex to work for you, that shuts down. It also shuts down the hippocampus. So when you turn off dopamine, you don't feel good. And you can't feel good without certain neurotransmitters working in your brain. So that's why I say your biology is informing your psychology, how you feel, and what you feel you're able to achieve or do. So, is that making sense? Are you following me here? Like, this is so profound. When I've shared this with certain clients, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not really crazy. This is just a biological thing. And it is reversible. The key is to not release the adrenaline in the first place, because the second flood of hormones, glucocorticoids, can make you feel anxious for no reason. And those glucocorticoids are going out again for a great purpose if you're really under attack. They're going to fix all those cells that you compromised with the adrenaline. So, but when they go out, you can feel anxious. You can also lose sleep. So if you have a sleep problem and maybe you get to sleep, but you wake up at 2 or 3 a.m., or you just plain have insomnia, the stress hormones are a huge reason why. So your biology, again, is informing your psychology. It's actually demanding that you feel a certain way. So many of my clients, like I remember this one in particular, said, I feel like my brain is broken. I just want to feel happier. That was really what they wanted to feel. Just feel happier. And using this method, interrupting the stress response, the moment you start to feel an emotion that's going to take you down a rabbit hole, that is the key. And you can have, this is a little trick too, because you can justify and rationalize, I bet you can, feeling worried about something. feeling anxious about something. You can justify getting annoyed about something, that maybe it's something repetitive that you're just so tired of. You can justify your anger. But justifying and rationalizing it are not the same thing as overreacting, triggering the stress response, and now harming yourself. So I want you to ask yourself at the deepest level, is whatever it is that's triggering you really worth messing your brain and your body up for 24 hours? If you're a female, up to 9 hours if you're a male. And chances are once you start that cycle, you won't be out of it for years. If you get really honest with yourself and ask yourself, when was the last time you didn't react to things that cause you to feel that? I'm guessing age 2 for me. Maybe not even then. Until 2010, when I created this method and started using it. So if you're tired, if you're exhausted at the end of the day, you probably weren't doing something physical all day. In fact, people who have do physical labor for their work typically have more energy at night than people who've worked in an office all day. That's emotional fatigue, and it's because your biology is driving your psychology, which is then causing your body to feel so fatigued. That's a byproduct of these hormones. They're going to make you feel really tired, and you're not going to get a night's sleep. So your body isn't renewing, it's not rejuvenating, it's not regenerating at night like it should. It's just trying to get these stress hormones out of your cells. When you can get clean, and it can take a while to get clean, I'm not gonna lie. You have a lot of habits, probably habits of reaction, but even if you just gain a little toehold, your body is gonna start to heal. It's gonna start to feel better. You're gonna start to feel happier, you're gonna start to feel more empowered. You're going to understand why you feel what you feel. So you are now in control of your biology and your psychology. That's true power. That's true empowerment. So if you have any more questions, if you want to learn more, just send me a private message right here on Facebook. You can also go to my website, elleingles.com. Today is the last day for the $97 flash sale on my 365-day program. So if you want in on that program at this discounted rate and also get a $100 gift certificate from me that you can use toward private coaching or any retreat or workshop that I hold, today's the last day. It's the 10th. So I'll put that link down below here when I get off, and I'm wishing you a beautiful pressure-free day. Have a good one. Bye.